Hello everyone, and welcome to the review of the new XIAOMI Mijia outdoor IP camera. And this is probably the most advanced IP camera, not from Xiaomi but actually from the whole cameras that are existing nowadays on the market. And that is because this camera has some really nice features, and I'm going to show them to you right away. I'm probably going to split this review in two parts because there are a lot of features to talk about this camera, so I don't want to make this video way too long. So I'm just going to show you the basics on the first part and how to set up the camera. So it comes with a manual which is in Chinese. It's a long manual and both sides are printed only in Chinese, so the setup would be interesting. And this comes as a kit. It's not only the camera, but there are some tricks that are inside the box. So the camera looks like this, and the first feature about it, besides looking like all Xiaomi products, minimalistic design and really nice and sleek, this is a combination of battery operated. So it has internal rechargeable batteries, and on the battery will run for something like month, which is absolutely impressive. So it will run for a lot of time only using internal power, but it can also be connected to external power, so it can run combined on external power, and if the external power runs out or something happens, it will run on the internal power, which is really nice. And that's the first interesting stuff about it. The second important thing is that this camera actually comes with an additional network video recorder, or DVR or something like that. So it's not only a recorder, this has several functions. So you can insert a micro SD card inside, and the camera will stream wireless the image on this device. This device will record it and store it, and this makes it very safe, as if someone tampers with the camera or takes it away, there is no recording on the camera. You can run away with the camera. The recordings will be on this device, and you can hide this device somewhere, so the recordings are going to be very safe. And this also acts as a gateway, as the camera is also wireless, and maybe your wireless signal is not very powerful, so you can come up with a LAN cable, network cable, connect to this, and this will broadcast a wireless for the camera. So this will actually amplify your network signal, or you can, if you don't have a wireless network, you can use a normal cable network to this, and this will convert it to wireless, and the wireless will connect to the camera. So it's kind of a gateway device, and it will give you wireless and recording capabilities. And I don't know for now, but we are going to see a bit later if this also has a gateway functionality for smart home. That will be really nice, but we need to test that. So let's see what else we get in the box. So this is the installation hardware. This is for the camera. Very nice. You just screw mount it like that, and you can fix it on a wall. And what else we have here? So this is a patch cable. Let's take it out of the box, out of the bag actually. So it's a flat type noodle cable to ease your connectivity, and we get this double-sided foam adhesive pad. So probably you can use this to stick the camera somewhere. I don't know for sure. It has something to do with this hardware, so probably you can. Alright, so I have figured it out. You can put this on a wall and use the mounting hardware, or if you don't want to drill holes, you can use this like that. This will be very sticky. You can fix it on something like metal or glass or something like that, and then you just fix this over like that, and it will be a very solid mounting device. And we also get this small power brick with Chinese plug, and this will output 5 volts and 2 amps, so it's a regular USB power supply. And this should be a USB cable for providing power. Let's check it out. Yes, and it's a micro USB normal cable. Alright, and that's the hardware. Let's now hook it up all together and see if it works. And now the fun starts. So I'm going to install a micro SD card into the NVR here, and I'm going to connect power to it, and there's a small blinking now steady LED. And I'm also going to power on the camera. Hopefully it has enough battery. So the camera has a button here, and you can take this off, and it has the charge port there, and this, when it's installed back and pushed, this is waterproof actually, and it also has a reset button there. Should be interesting if this is really fully waterproof, as they say. It even has some holes here for a speaker, so it's kind of weird to have holes and to be waterproof. Alright, and I'm going to start it. So I'm going to press on this button, and there is an LED blinking there. Alright, I'm going to let it do its job, and now I'm going to take my phone, and with the Mi Home app I'm going to try to install it. Let's see if it automatically detects it or something magic happens. Found. Look at that. Wire-free camera gateway. So yes, I want to connect to it, and it asks me for my wireless, so I'm going to click on next, because I have already set up the same network on several other devices, so it keeps it saved up, so it remembers the password. And now let's see what happens. So you don't actually need to connect this to your wireless, so this will connect to your wireless and this will connect to the camera, so it's kind of a bridge or signal amplifier, which is again really nice. And as simple as that, the setup is ready. I can skip this. Alright, next. Let's get started. And I agree, and I get some notifications here and tips. And there is a note here. It says that it is recommended to use it outdoors in shed areas to avoid direct raining. Helps extend the life. So exactly as I've thought, this is kind of waterproof, but it should have something to cover it so it doesn't rain directly on it. So got it. No camera, please click to add camera, and says hold the camera power key until the indicator flash blues. Yes, mine flash blue. Please okay. Confirm the camera is flashing blue. Next step. And now it's connecting. Connected with success. Finish. And it already shows signal strength and battery. If I press on play, I have image already, so this is working directly. So this was an amazing setup. It was too simple actually. It's more simple than the usual cheap cameras from China, the so-called cloud cameras that you scan a QR code and insert your settings there for the wireless. This was way too easy, and it tells you what to do step by step, so it's very hard not to be able to install it. And look at that, the image is very fluid, very nice. And let's check the settings here. So device settings, home monitoring settings, battery level, device name, which is in Chinese, and I have this red dot here for check the firmware update. And there is already an update for this camera, although it's a really new model and I can update it right away, so why not? I'm going to do the update anyway. And that was very quick. The update is already installed, and if I go back to the camera, it should work. And yes, it's working really nice. So let's see those settings. So device settings, we have electricity safe notification, night vision, automatic night vision. We have home monitoring settings, and we have monitoring assistant, which is turned on off. And if you turn it on, you can set up the monitoring period, alert message, the notification when detecting humans, so you can set some things like that. The battery, which is not accessible in any way, it just shows the level. Device name, you can change it from that Chinese name. And that's the camera settings. But you also have here the playback and gallery, and probably those are the ones saved in the DVR. And if I go back here, I have camera, I have monitoring, I have playback, I have gallery. So there are some other settings here. And I also have these three dots here, and if I go to them, I have some other settings. And I have memory management. It shows the card capacity. It's a 64 GB card, so it has available 58. You can format it or remove it. Really nice. If you want to eject the card, you can select here to remove it. Gateway setup, so you have low power alert at 20%, so probably this will do something and warn you that the camera is running out of power. Installation notes, automation. This is really nice. You can do automation, so camera detects motion, turn on the lights, camera detects person at the door, turn on the AC. You can do all of that, just like you have seen on some of my Xiaomi smart home automation. You can share the device with someone else, with your family members. And on general settings, probably I have also a firmware update on the hub here, and I'm going to also update it, but not right now, as I'm running the gateway on a power bank, and I don't want this to randomly shut down and destroy my gateway while updating, so I'm going to update it later. And more settings, I have security settings, network info, time zone, and that's most of it. And of course the help menu. So you have settings for the camera and settings for the gateway, which is really nice. So that was it for now. I hope that you have enjoyed this first part of the video. Let me know if you want me to test something in particular or need some other informations. Until then, I'm going to try to do a second part for this product, and that's going to be with some various video samples, such as outdoor, indoor, nighttime, daytime, but that will take a bit of time to get on my channel. But until I prepare that part of the video, let me know if there is something else I have missed, or is there something else that you need clarifications for, and I'm going to try to answer them as soon as possible. So be sure to follow my next uploads, and until then, see you and bye bye.